Hello and welcome to my first K-pop video of the new year, and this is going to be a little collect book tour, so let's get into it. Okay, so you may be asking yourself, Erin, why didn't you include this in your end of year collection update video? And that would be a good question. However, my brain kind of keeps these collect books separate from the rest of my collection because these aren't active collections. These two collect books are, two artists that I used to collect but stopped and have just kept their cards. And these two collect books are extra ATEEZ cards that I had. So they're not active, they don't really change at all. So that's why my brain kind of separates them from the rest of my collection. But I still want to make this video because they are still part of my collection, just not an active part of my collection. So yeah, let's go on a little tour. So let's start with the two artists that I used to collect but have since stopped. So this is my Monday collect book. I made a whole video on this. I also made a whole video on this one, but I'll flip through as I chit chat. But basically, my reason that I stopped collecting Monday and Nikki is that I wanted to curate my collection a bit more and really focus my collecting on my core groups. And for me, Monday and Weekly and Nikki and Hypen, they weren't where I wanted to spend my energy and my money, because K-pop collecting is an expensive hobby. So yeah, even though I still love these artists very dearly, I just didn't want to continue spending money on collecting them. So that is why I moved them into collect books. I may sell these collections in the future, but for now they live in their respective little homes right here. So that was my Monday collection, and this is Nikki. I also made a whole video on when I moved Nikki into this collect book. So like none of this has changed since I made those videos, which is also why part of me didn't want to include them in my end of year collection update video, because it's all the same. Nothing's changed, it's all the same. So yeah, that's that. Moving on. And these two ATEEZ collect books are just to house the extra cards I have that don't fit within my A4 or A5 binder layouts. So this collect book is for Jungho. So Jungho is the fourth member of my bias line, I guess you can say. He kind of snuck his way in there, but I don't want to actively collect all of his cards because collecting 3 members is already a lot as is, so I don't really have the mental capacity to add a 4th member to that. But any extra Jungho cards I keep in this little bear collect book, which I thought was very appropriate for Jungho. So I don't have a lot of cards. I don't, like I said, I don't actively collect Jungho cards. It's just any extras I have that I didn't use for trading or I didn't sell or whatever, so I just keep them in here to live. So yeah, it starts with Fever Part 3, and then I have a few movement cards, and I'll probably put some, from the Witness cards in here, but yep, that's it. And then this collect book are extra Hongjoon and Yeosang pops that I have. So I used to just collect Hongjoon and Yeosang, so I had a more thorough pop collection, and then when I decided to add Wooyoung into my collection, I kind of narrowed down the pops that I would keep in my binders. So any extra Hongjoon and Yeosang pops I put in here. So again, this collection will not change. It should not change. Like, I may get extra Hongjoong song cards here and there, but for the most part, this is what it is. So it starts with Fever Part 1, a few extra pobs, and then Fever Part 2. If I can remember while I'm editing, I will put up where these cards are from. These are season songs, summer songs, whatever it is, I can never remember. And then we're getting into Fever Part 3, which I have a lot of extra pops for because I kind of went crazy then. And then Fever Epilogue. And then this was the Wonderwall collab, like special holo PC. And then I traded someone, I had an extra Jungle Apple Music and they needed it, so I just picked one of their Hongjoong Pops. I didn't need him, but I figured, well, instead of selling him, I'll just trade Jungle, and then I picked this one. So yeah, that's that. So like I said, these don't really change, but I just wanted a safe place to house my extra cards because there's no way in hell I was going to be selling any of these. They mean too much to me. So yes. So that is my very brief collect book tour. Like I said, these are not active parts of my collection, but I still have them. I still keep them on my shelf, so I just wanted to show you guys what lived inside my collect books. And hopefully I remember at the end of this year to include these in my end of year collection update video. But yeah, that was it. Look forward to many more K-pop videos this year, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!